Hi guys, so this morning I was just kind of chilling at a loss of what I want to actually do today, so I thought maybe something relaxing and hopefully we'll go over some of the basics of just doing some kind of watercoloring, but with markers again. I do have watercolors and I'm kind of interested in trying them out, but I know those are more difficult for me, so it's not something I really focus on, but we can try it out maybe sometime soon. But for right now, I'm going to use some VersaFine. Just because it is a waterproof ink, but you know, Crafters Companion has their finesse ones that say waterproof dye, so you want to make sure it says that. Or what's the other brand? Maybe Stays On, I don't know, but I like VersaFine, so I always use that, or the Crafters Companion one. I do have this dye that just came in with the mystery rolling wheelie bag from the USA warehouse clearance from Crafters Companion. So like I said, I probably already have this, but I've never used it, so I'm just going to use this one because it's in front of me. But it's just a stamp and die set. She didn't call it edgeable. I forget what they call these, but it's basically you can cut on the edge, you can cut on the other edge, you can cut the whole thing out, right, with the dies, but we're just going to cut on one edge. And I don't know what this card's going to end up looking like, but we will see. And then I want to use watercolor paper. So I do usually use just that little Crafters Companion paper that I get from like different kits that I bought of theirs in the past. But this is their Spectrum Noir Premium Watercolor Pad because the paper is going to be the card base. So I need bigger paper. So what I'm going to do is cut this paper down to, what's that, 5.5 by 8.5. And so we'll use that for our card base. And then I have these Arteza pens. I've used them before, these markers. It says it includes a water brush, and I'm going to use the water brush because I haven't done that yet. I've been using just like a regular brush, but if it doesn't work out for me, I'll switch out to just a little regular brush with some water. But in here, it includes a water brush, like I said, I have not used yet, so what I'll do is put some water in that. But it's really nice. It comes here on the top. And I say I haven't used it, but there's water in here. I don't remember using this. Did I use it? I guess I must have. Okay, well, there's water in there already. Maybe I'll add a little more. And we'll see about that. So I'll pick out some colors and we'll kind of talk about laying down color and stuff like that. But again, I'm not like the masterclass person in this kind of thing. Not even close. So let me get this paper cut down and we'll get started. Just cut my paper down. And I'm not going to cut it yet. The edge or anything like that. I'm going to do the dye. I'm going to do the inking or the watercoloring, and then I'll do the trimming that down. But I just want to make sure. Yes, okay. Just want to get that score there just so we know that's the middle of our card. And it kind of gives you an idea of where we're placing stuff. And so now let me get my ink. We're going to have to let this ink dry a little bit because VersaFine is very oily and just kind of takes a minute to dry. Sometimes I hit it with the heat gun, but I don't feel like that really helps that much. But you can do whatever you like. Because like I said, it's kind of oily, so if you touch it, you can still get it on your finger and you know it's not even close. So this looks like an acrylic stamp. It's really stuck to the plastic carrier. Sometimes people are asking me about that they weren't aware you're supposed to take it off of here. You can leave it there and then but it's hard to stamp that way, so you got to take this off. And if it is hard to pull off, that's normal. Not the best, but it's normal. Let me see here. That's kind of small. I'm just going to get this on this big block, and I kind of want to eyeball this because, oh, okay, cool. It takes up pretty much a lot of the card. That's interesting. I don't know how I want to use this now. Maybe I'll do it this way. If I do it like that, and I run it through my machine later to cut, it should still go, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I didn't know that this was so kind of small. That's kind of odd, but because I guess you're going to maybe do a smaller card, or like they have like a landscape type card here. But okay, so because of that, I am going to do it sideways. I just want to make sure when I put my die on there, I can get it through my machine. So again, VersaFine, I'm going to rub just to make sure it really gets on here. And not too much. Last time I used my different inks, for some reason it kept it was pooling, you know. Okay, I'm just kind of eyeball this part. And push that down. And I did bring my mat back. You guys are so cute. I know I stamp a lot, obviously, and I've been stamping for probably 20 some odd years, 25 years. And people had recommended that I use a mat under my inking the last time when I reviewed the Art Impressions stamp. And Yeah, I'm aware of that. It's just that I had removed this to do something else, and then I didn't bring it back, and I was spoiled having this under here, or like close to my heart, they always come with a little, kind of like a little puffy piece of carrier, and that helps you stamp. That's what that's there for. You can just put it under your stamp. That little foamy thing that comes in there stamps. But really nice image. Again, I'm gonna let this dry before we get started. Okay, so I'm gonna bring out some colors. It didn't take too long to dry because it is watercolor paper. It just seems like it dried faster on there, but again, I'm not anywhere close to being some kind of masterclass teacher on something like this, but what I want is a blue and a purple. I mean, just pick whatever colors you like for your little butterflies. And what I want to show you is just kind of laying down color, and we'll chat about that as we go along here. This brush might be too big, we will see. So what I've learned a lot is like you want to leave white space, right? A lot of times I think we don't leave enough white space, and then things start happening, right? So you want to leave some of that just to help you out a little bit. Let me make sure my lighting, I don't want to get too close. For some reason I feel like my camera was freaking out the other day. Okay, so I'm taking this blue. Let's say we'll start with this big guy. This is dry. If you want to work wet on wet, that's a different thing, because if it's wet, it's gonna just like what's the word? Just suck out the color, and it's not as easily controlled. So I'm just gonna start on this edge and just kind of color in, and I'll do both of these sides because you can let it kind of dry a little bit. And you can do this with a lot of markers. So what I like about the Artis is that they have that brush tip. So, and then just come in. I'm squeezing this a little bit just to get the water going, but not too much. Oh, got too much. Ugh, I didn't bring a paper towel. Here we go. I'm just gonna pull that color out. And since this is watercolor paper, you can really kind of work it, but what I can see here is that it's not doing exactly what I want. This is interesting. I haven't used this Crafter's Companion paper before, really. Not my favorite already. That's fine. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water down on this one just because it seems like this paper wants to just suck in the water. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kept it very dark. And this is their premium watercolor paper. Don't know about that. So I'm going to keep working this until I can pull more color in towards the center, and I'll be right back. Hey, you know what? This paper is kind of horrible. I'm going to put my color down over here. Just on this palette. It's just a piece of plastic. You can put it on your rubber mat if you wanted. And I'd rather pick it up from here and use it in that way. Look, now we can get that color. I don't know why this paper held onto the color the way it did. Especially if it's watercolor paper. It should let you spread it. And I can see it's already even starting to pill a little bit. That's a bummer. Okay, well, I'll leave that alone for now. And let's move on to like a different color of butterfly over here. Let's go with maybe purple. No, not purple. Let's go with this pink. And I'm just going to put the colors down over here, which is kind of a bummer. I like putting them here, but, well, let me do it a little again, just a little bit lighter. I've never had problems like this. This is so crazy. Let me make sure. Yeah, check that out. It's just not premium watercolor, huh? Paper. I don't know about that. So I put that darker, and then I'm getting the lighter color from back over here. That is really not that great. And then I'm going to come in with, no, I still want more of that pink. Do these have color names? I'm just grabbing different colors. This one's called Rouge Pink, and then the purple I'm using is called Light Magenta, but anyway. So I'm just trying to build up this color around here. It just looks so blurry, like not even just watercolor blurry, because obviously that's typical, but just like feathering, right? The other stuff. So I'm gonna put that purple down, and I'm just gonna take some of the purple in my brush and bring it around the edges. So again, I left some of that white space kind of here and there, but really towards the center. And then we'll color in the butterfly bodies. So I'm going to do the same kind of thing on all these colors. With this guy, I want a darker purple. With this blue one, I'm going to come back in with some deeper purple. And the purple is called Eggplant. And the blue one is Blueberry. So I'm going to take that Eggplant and just bring it around the very edges. Kind of pull some in there. I cannot believe how poorly this thing, it has to be the paper. This is nothing different I do any other time, and it's completely acting different. Look at that. But who knows, at the end it might still be, obviously it'll still be nice, but pulling some of that purple. So we have that blue kind of and the purple kind of mixing together really nicely. And I'm going to keep working, and I'll do the same thing with the other ones, like let's say orange and or yellow, and then I'll do orange around the edges and do it just the same way. And I will be right back. Oh, okay, yeah, not my favorite. I mean, it looks nice, but okay, I'm going to take this green. It is parakeet green, and I'm just going to put it on my palette again. This is just a piece of plastic, basically a plastic base. And I'm just going to not really water it down, but just get that on my brush to kind of help me color in the middles here, and I'm going to do that for all of them. Of course you can color whatever you like. I just usually go with green. And then the last thing I'm going to do before I cut any of these things out is just add a little blue in the background. These are really tiny, hardly anything. So I'm going to grab a blue color, maybe this, what is this? Arctic blue. And I want quite a bit of this one, so I'm just going to put it down on here. And get a little bit of water. I'm just going to drip the water. And I'm going to take that and just kind of bring it in throughout here. Okay, I'm just going to go around all the edges and kind of do this kind of thing. And yeah, I don't know about this paper. I mean, right now what I'm doing right now feels really nice on the paper, but like that blending, eesh. Even the littlest amount that I was touching it, the paper started kind of disintegrating, which is not great. I will admit that is not a great thing to happen. And just continue kind of adding some of that. Okay, I'm going to let this dry, and we're going to come back and trim this out, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the card. And I actually kind of think the card would look cute oriented the other way anyway, so let me let this dry, and we'll cut the edge. Okay, so it's pretty dry. And so what I'm going to do is just take our edge, and I'm not sure which edge corresponds to this edge, so let's look at this. Does it look like that one? Did this one? Oh yeah, it was that first one. And I'm just going to kind of put this on here, and we're going to trim that away. And put this other one back before we lose it. And then that's basically our card base, but like I don't know what I want to do with this. And to be honest, I didn't realize this came this way. That's kind of odd. But oh, you know what? No, I was going to say I should do partial die cutting just to here. Huh. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Oh, we're going to do partial die cutting again in the Gemini Junior. I remember what happened last time. Not good. Okay, let me see. It's because I pressed reverse. My reverse on the Gemini Junior has never been that great. Like, it doesn't work too well. And I totally, messed this thing up last time I did this. But let me see about this. You know what? Maybe we'll do partial die cutting just to here, because I don't like the way it cuts into here, and then I still have this extra piece that drives me nuts. So let's do that, and I'm going to use my tore up oopsie, magnetic mat. Sorry about that noise, guys. I'm going to put a little piece of tape so this doesn't move around anymore, though, so I know I'm getting it where I want it to be. Right there. So what I'm saying as far as partial die cutting is that once I make the sandwich where it stops here, it's not going to cut this little piece, and I don't want it to cut that little piece. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to put my metal shim. I'm going to go ahead and put the magnetic shim that I have a piece of because I don't need the whole thing anyway. I did order a new magnetic shim even though I have one here, but they were on sale really for a great price. I think I got it for like $5 or less. on Crafter's Companion's last sale just the other day. So with the extra 10% off Crafty 10, Crafty 10 until I think mid-June. So I'm just gonna let this run through the whole way and not reverse it, not bother it. And with any luck, this will have partially die cut with what I was imagining. So it's just kind of fun. I mean, don't stress, especially with watercolor, you can come back in and kind of fix it up. Look at this thing. This paper is horrendous. You guys, I'm so sorry. Like, look at that. It tore that piece of the paper off. Good thing I barely put it on there, but jeez. This should just be fine because I didn't do anything here. And let's cut this piece off. Oh my gosh, I'm afraid now. Well, this piece doesn't matter because it's out there, but the little piece of tape that's touching that, be very careful. Oh, the other day somebody had given me a recommendation with my tape to, you know, put it on your shirt or something like that to make it less tacky. But I just went ahead and let her know this is the low-tack tape from Crafter's Companion that we always joke about. This isn't just regular Scotch tape, it's low-tack tape. That's super sticky anyway. All right, perfect. So from here, I'm just going to trim. See, I don't know how I want to trim this away. Let me just cut it and then we'll see what I think. Oh gosh, I don't even know what I want to do. Just straight? And on this one, this edge is nicer because we can just kind of make it fun. Boop. And there. But this one just kind of cuts in, which is fine. It's just like a cut in there. I cannot believe that paper. Look at that. Anyway, I was thinking maybe we should make our card this way, right? Orient it this way. I think that'd be pretty. So what I'm going to do is think about what we need to do in this corner and then just layer some paper in here. To finish this up, I have a piece of very light blue paper that I cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and it kind of looks cute, kind of tucked back in there. And then I got this from the, what's her name? Vicky Button or Booten, die cut pack from Wildflowers, I guess, or what's it called? Something like that. And I figured this is very plain, so this is 2, but what I'm going to do is just ink around a little bit. So just real quick, something to finish it up. That paper, I am not, like you guys know, I don't do watercolors all the time or things that have to do with that, but that stuff is really not that great. I have packs of Canson watercolor paper, which obviously is much better. Well, I mean, they're known for being, I have aquarelle color paper or watercolor paper. I should probably use that more often. But you know, I always get these kits from Crafter's Companion whenever they have like really good deals, and I've never actually tried the paper. It just comes with it, so I'm like, all right, cool. Not too great. Okay, I'm just gonna blend that little corner a little bit, just a little something. And basically the same with this. I'm gonna come in very gently around the very little edges. I haven't even inked this up again. I just want to get a little something on there for it to pop a little tiny bit, you know, from the rest of it. Maybe I'll come in with a little more. I'm barely touching it, guys, like just the edge. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, the technique, what I was trying to show you is that what I like to do, or, you know, whenever I do stuff like this, is just give a little color, like with the blue, and then come in with the purple on top of that and just let it blend in. And again, you can do wet on wet. You can wait for, like, let's say when I put the blue down, wait for the blue to dry and then come in with the purple, or let them kind of blend together. I don't know what to say about this paper. All right, guys. So we're almost done. Thank you for spending some time with me. Like I said, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do today. I was just kind of have a lot of reviews to come up to finish up, and that'll be fun. But for now, I'm just going to put this down in here. And there's lots of fun things you can do, obviously, to dress up your cards. I just want to show you, like, on the back, it even came through. I haven't really noticed that with other watercolor paper. It happens, but wow. And then this guy, I'm going to 3D glue gel this up a little bit higher like this. And then maybe I'm going to go around these edges with some blue just to kind of take some of that crispness off. But that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope, you know, you learned a little bit of something. What we learned is, for me, this paper, I might try it again in a different way. I don't know what that way would be because it's a watercolor paper, but Oh, not my favorite. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all at the next one. I hope you're all doing well. Bye now.